I'm Tony Racanelli, and we're at United States of Fitness for another Chronicles of a Madman's Method. What we're going to do today is a non-traditional workout. In our previous videos, we did a lot of traditional combinations, chest and back, shoulders and arms, legs. Today we're going to do a non-traditional combination, but it's not going to be as technical. Basically, this is the metaphoric sledgehammer right between the eyes. It's a very physical workout, so we're going to do very basic numbers, very basic moves. And we'll do them in pairs, and we're going to do 3 segments. The first one is leg press and bent row. His bent over row, though, this is the technique he's going to use. Off the floor to the chest, back to the floor, easy. We're not going to drop it. Here. And then he's just going to do a regular leg press. He's going to pump it out. This is about exertion and weight. So our reps are going to be as follow: 15, 15, 10, 10, 8, 8, 6, and 6. You ready, big guy? All right, go Superman on him. Give me 15. Nice and easy. And 1. There you go. Sets it down on the floor. Easy. Not a lot of movement from the legs. A little bit from the hip, from the lower back, and he retracts. Smooth and steady. All right, he's pulling those elbows apart, squeezing from the back, and getting everything loose and warm. Basically, he's increasing blood flow. That's what we want. Now, basic leg press, good range of motion. For today, our preference, because Eddie needs outer sweep, is going to be his feet shoulder width apart, facing north and south. Your foot placement really needs to be either on the area of the quad you need to work most, or the area of the quad that you're strongest at, because we're really focusing on weight here. Now, once again, he moves back to the bent over row. It's about 50 pounds heavier. We're going to do a set of 10 now. If you have seen any of our other videos, you realize we did a lot of supersetting, multiple moves, higher reps. All right, but when you do a superset format like this, because these are big compound movements, you're still going to need a high level of anaerobic threshold, high level of lung capacity, and you're still going to feel like you're running a 400-meter sprint. And now he's 10 on the leg press, and if you've noticed, we bumped it up 90 pounds, and press 1. Now we go to the third round, blocks of 8. You notice he still maintains his form, sets it on the floor every time, smooth, methodical. Maintains that position, still not a lot of movement from the hips. Back to the leg press. If you have the luxury of having somebody working with you, they can pyramid the weight up for you as you go through it, so that way you can do it in a round robin style. If you're by yourself, your rest will be as you load the weight. Prior to starting though, have all your weights lined up and ready so that you minimize the amount of rest you take in between both sets. All right, last round, 6 and 6. Big pulse. He digs in. 2. Again. 3. 4. 5. Now if you notice, he's keeping that head up when he pulls. Pull the head up, force the shoulders up. Now we go to the last set of leg press. We got 12 45-pound plates, which is probably 540 pounds plus the rack. It's a little bit over 600 pounds. Now by leg press standards, that's not a heavy load, but when you combine these 2 exercises, your weights are probably going to drop anywhere from 30 to 40%. And that's if you're in shape for this. For the average person who goes through this, your weights are going to drop by 50 to 60% starting out. Okay, now our second move. We're going to do what I call a dual move, or a pair. We're going to do a power clean into a front squat, and it'll look something like this. Take the bar up, power clean, squat. Down, power clean, squat. Now, technique for the power clean. I see too many people turn this into a reverse curl. If you feel this movement in your forearms and your wrists, you're doing it incorrectly. You are pulling from the traps. All right, so it is a super modified shrug because you're going to generate force and you're flipping it. And if you notice, the bar pops. Well, that's the speed. It's a speed movement. You're pushing your feet through the floor in an explosive manner, coming up, slight bend, shrug, pop. All right? For this particular exercise, the way we're executing this, when you do pairs, that's more of a high intensity, high endurance type move. Even though they're both compound moves, very physical, because of the rep scheme we're using, we're not going pyramid on this one. That's why we did the first one. The first one was a pyramid, big muscle groups, all about the weight. All right, well, this one's a little bit more about the conditioning. Both will yield the stimulus we're looking for. We're just going to do it in two different ways. So, first round, he's going to do 10 pairs of one clean to one front squat. He pops it, sits, and that's one pair. He's pulling from the scapula. If you see, he pulls from the scapula, rotates from the shoulder. Now if you notice, chest, shoulders are up, he's sitting straight down, feet are about shoulder width apart, knee comes down over the toes, and he digs in. There you go. Now he's going to do 8 pairs of 2s. He'll go 2 cleans, and now 2 squats. 10 pairs of 1s. Total number of reps was 20. 8 pairs of 2s, 32 reps. Big jump, all right? Same moves, consolidated in a short amount of time. And you see he's gasping for air. Now he has about 95 pounds on this bar. That's a significant amount of weight for this move. So when you're trying to attempt this, make it relative to, if you've never done it before, make it relative to where you're at. There are a lot of people that I start out with just the bar and they can't complete the sequences, all right? Okay, rest. How much is enough? For these type of supersets, because they are very cardiovascularly well overwhelming, the rest cycle will be about 30 seconds and may even extend to up to a minute as the rep schemes get higher. Squeeze the rest time down as much as possible to heighten the intensity of what you're doing. Last sequence. Ready? Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to do a straight leg deadlift into a row with dumbbells into a leg curl. Straight reps here, straight sets. We're just going to do 12 reps. Less flexing the knees because you want that stretch. Now you notice slight pause at the top. Grabbing with those lats. And then you're spreading it out, stretching it out at the bottom. Now, first set, not a lot of weight. This is a transitional set. Want to get them used to the movement. Believe it or not, on the other 2 exercises, hamstrings get very stressed. You want to make sure it's good and stretched out. Now, in the sets thereafter, I will bump the weight up on his leg curl to accommodate the rep scheme and to accommodate his physicality, to find the weight that is a good working weight for him. That which does not kill you only makes you stronger and bigger. And that is one of the many combinations you can do for chest and back. You're not limited to that. We chose this one today because they're heavy duty moves that basically hit all the major muscles within the quad, the back, glutes, lower back, and hamstring. Have fun.